Hello, welcome to Southampton Vampire by Night. This is our guide to the Mind's Eye Theatre rules. In this video, we'll be looking at how kindred learn vampiric powers, also known as disciplines. Before we continue though, I must make a small disclaimer. If any of the rules I discuss in this video contradict the rules found in the Mind's Eye Theatre rulebook or any official FAQ, then please do adhere to those rules and not the ones we discuss in this video. This video is from our interpretation of the rules and is not a sanctioned or official source of information. But you should go ahead right now and press that subscribe button, and more importantly, hit the bell icon to make sure you're notified of any of our new videos when they're released. So, disciplines. Now we have covered this in our last video, but let's just quickly summarise what they are. They are supernatural powers gifted to all kindred. That's what vampires call each other, by the way. These powers are fueled by blood and willpower, and are often carried down your clan's bloodline to your character. Each clan or bloodline has its own combination of disciplines. Remember, with disciplines, a vampire can see the unseen, move supernaturally fast, turn into a shadowy horror, force their will upon others, resist taking damage. They can even raise the dead. The variety of powers is truly staggering. A recently embraced vampire might only have a handful of disciplines and access to only a few powers at first. But as your skill within your discipline grows, so too does your power. Each discipline is divided into a series of powers, which must be learned and purchased using experience points granted from play. You must progress in your discipline path in sequential order, unlocking the more potent powers as you progress. Vampires of a high generation also have the capability to create power-like abilities. These are called techniques. They combine two or more disciplines using their thinner blood. Vampires of low generation, what other vampires call elders, can call upon a vast arsenal of powers that they have spent centuries honing and studying. This includes their deadly elder powers for each discipline, which may only be unlocked by the most superior blood potency. Disciplines at character generation. So let's start at the beginning. All characters start with 3 disciplines that are innate to their blood and granted from the embrace. If you choose a bloodline merit for your character, this will alter your starting disciplines, so make sure you know what they are. At character creation, each of these disciplines will be learned by your character. One of them you may assign 2 ranks, and 2 others 1 rank. You may then use your starting XP to buy more ranks, just like any other trait. Each rank, sometimes called a dot, represents the level of powers at your disposal. 2 ranks in a discipline allows you to know and use the first 2 powers in that discipline. 5 ranks means you know all 5 powers in that discipline. There is a 6th one, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Learning disciplines in play. After character generation, you may purchase all 5 ranks or dots of any of your clan disciplines. That's in clan disciplines, and you do that by spending experience points just like at character generation. To learn a new out of clan discipline, there are a few steps to take before you can go ahead and spend that XP. Step 1. First, you've got to find another vampire who possesses the discipline in clan and has mastered the rank of the power that you wish to learn. You also need to persuade them to teach you. Step 2. If this is the first time that you are learning a power from that discipline, we often call this taking a dot in a discipline. Then you must drink a point of your teacher's blood in order to awaken that discipline path in your own blood. This action of consuming a point of your teacher's blood will give you a blood bond with them.
Whoa, Sam. Right, blood bonds, they're important. I'm going to go into more detail in them in a later video, but they basically come in 3 levels. So the first point of blood you take from another character bonds you to them. And basically it will affect you in a way that you will either strongly like or dislike them. There is no in between anymore. The second level is now when you start to have an emotional effect on your character. So now it's going to be harder for you to disagree with them and things like that. You're starting to treat them like a really good friend. And the third level of the blood ban, this is when you're completely enthralled. At this level, it's incredibly hard for your character to disagree or act against them anymore. And also, you treat them like you would do. You're a child. You'll do anything for them. So it's important to note this about blood bonds.
Whoa, that sounds like it could have some real serious roleplay repercussions, Mark. I'd be careful who I bonded myself to if I were you. However, now you can learn powers from that path from anyone who knows them as part of their in-clan discipline. Step 3. Your teacher must spend 1 point of willpower for every power to be taught and inform you which discipline and which powers they are teaching. These willpower points will return to them after 2 games or 1 month, whichever is longer. Step 4. Your teacher must remain in contact with you, giving you instruction from time to time. Teaching itself does not consume a downtime action, but learning does. As the student, you must spend 1 downtime action per power learnt. Step 5. Finally, once your storyteller confirms that you have completed the required steps, you may spend your XP and you can use your new discipline power.
Sorry to interrupt you again, Sam. Unless you are trying to learn thaumaturgy or necromancy. If you want to learn these disciplines, you will also need to purchase the appropriate merit and choose a primary path, as both of these disciplines encompass several paths and powers as part of the one discipline.
Yeah, that sounds straightforward and not at all confusing. Maybe we should explore thaumaturgy and necromancy in another video, hey Mark? Elder disciplines. If your blood is potent enough, which means that your character is of 8th generation or lower, then you can learn the elder power of any of your in-clan disciplines just by spending XP. Learning an elder power from an out-of-clan discipline uses the same steps that we just outlined. And it's important to note here that 8th generation elders may only learn 1 elder power. However, if you're 7th or lower generation, then you may know as many elder powers as you want. Techniques. Techniques are a capability of the higher generation vampires. 8th generation vampires may purchase them, but at a higher cost. Lower generation vampires may not purchase or know them at all. They're not exactly powers, but instead they combine the powers of 2 or more disciplines in unique ways. Learning a technique is simple. If your character possesses the prerequisite discipline powers, you may simply spend the appropriate amount of XP and add the technique to your character sheet. Well, that's that. That covers how you learn disciplines. We'll be looking at the various disciplines with much greater detail in the future, but for now, I'd like to thank you for watching. I really hope you found the video informative. If you enjoyed it and would like to see more, please like, subscribe, and click that little bell icon to get notified of our new release videos. If you have any ideas for Vampire Larp related videos, then please don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. Thank you again, and I'll see you all soon.